Office XLR right back at you with check this out. The show we're taking a look at our deck we want to take a look at. Have ourselves a good old time playing it. Today, we take a look at some new stuff. We're taking a look at the Earthbound Prisoners. That's right, the Earthbound Immortals. Well, they got a whole bunch of new support that's completely different than how they used to be played. Basically, we got ourselves a trio of main deck monsters. This here, Stone Sweeper. We've got ourselves the Groundskeeper. And of course, we got the Linewalker. Very nice trio of monsters. And when they all come together and combine their forces, it leads to big boards of synchros and fusions. It's pretty nice. So we got ourselves our deck here. We're going to be trying to turbo out these three here as we make to do. We got ourselves a couple other little side options here to do some other, side techie thingies. But for the most part, we're trying to summon out our Earthbound Servants and trying to keep them on the board and gain advantage through that, all leading up into summoning out our big, bad fusion monster. So, of course, if you want the deck list, it'll be down in the description. Ignore the side deck. That's for another deck. And for now, let's go ahead and EDO Pro. We'll show off this deck, show you how it works, the combos and the wombos, and we'll have ourselves a good time. All right, y'all. First opponent, another day, another card game. And in this deck, we like to go first. We can go second. We do have that option. But we don't have a lot of board breakers, although we did draw into one of our board breakers. So, depending on what this is, we don't know yet what it is. My hand is a little spell heavy. I do feel like the Servants, they do need a few more main deck monsters to really make them work. But for now, we got ourselves some searches. We got Allure. I'm sorry, Ccapac Apu. Although I could get rid of Wandering Wilderwind, but this is better to get rid of. I'm sorry, my Ccapac. We do have the ability to summon this, obviously. Good old Earthbound Immortal. And I do have a kind of OTK I could do with it, ironically enough with the Linewalker. But sadly, that will not be the case this first duel. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you get all the spells and none of the monsters. But we got Wilderwind. The nice little dude. He helps me make my level 7s if I need my 7s to do additional things. It was very nice. And if he happens to be in the grave, my opponent destroys it, I can banish it, add a Fiend Tuner. Both of my most important searchers in this deck happen to be low attack point Fiend Tuners. So it all works out. For now, though, we'll just end our turn. We'll see what this guy is doing. We don't yet know what our opponent is doing. He is doing the Pot of the Extravagant, so it's hard to say exactly what this is. Just anything that doesn't really care about the extra deck, which doesn't tell us a lot, but we'll find out in a minute. And we'll find out where we go. We got some nice stuff. I've got my Synchro Fusion. It was a very nice spell. Lets me do a fusion and a synchro summon all at once, if you couldn't tell by the name. The only drawback is when you do this, you do need to have the fusion. The requirements for the fusion and the synchro still have to be the right ones. So if you want a synchro, a level 8 synchro, you do need to have, you have to have like 8 stars between the tuner and the non-tuner. All right, well, this is a problematic card. I was rather hoping, okay, let me think. Yeah, let's activate Earthbound Prison. We're just going to target his Inspector border, and now its effects are Nagat. No effects for you, sir. Good effort, though. Good effort. Let's get rid of the Solemn Warning, which I probably should have expected that was what that is. But let's go ahead for our Wilderwind. We're going to go ahead and search a dude. In this case, we're going to go for our Groundskeeper, because we do need to have something else on the board. So we're going to summon out the Groundskeeper. We have an additional summon because of our field spell, which is cool. But yeah, the Groundskeeper is really the most important of the bunch. When he's summoned, I can summon a low-level Earthbound monster from the deck. We're going to go for the Stone Sweeper, who's another nice searcher. All of these guys do search. Sweeper searches out our tuners. The tuners can search out Stone Sweeper. It's pretty cool. But we're going to go for our harmonic. Wait. Yeah, I didn't play imperm. I was like, wait, impermanence? No impermanence. Yeah, we got our 1. We got ourselves a 5. We'll do a fusion, and then we'll do a sync of a level 6. So we're going to summon out our Geo Kraken. And I do have the combat wheel as a side option. But we're going to go for our Geo Gremlin. We're going to summon both of these dudes in attack mode. And when our Geo Kraken is summoned, we do get any field spell we desire. So I'll get Branded Theater. Why Branded Theater? So in case if I need to fusion summon on my turn, for whatever reason. It's more of an emergency backup sort of thing. And let's see. Let's go ahead and activate our Geo Gremlin's effect. So what this guy does is I pick a monster of my opponent's either main phase. They must either give me life points equal to its attack or destroy that monster. This is pretty brutal. You know, you're never totally lacking in life points when you're playing the Earthbound Servants. It's kind of like playing a Rome Ages, but with more synchros. Okay. My opponent has chosen peace. That will work for us, because I do have the effect to quick effect fusion summon. So let's attack with our Geo Kraken, do some damage. I guess this is just Inspector board or like anti-meta nonsense. That explains why he didn't do anything the first turn. You know, really have to rely on that Inspector border. But it's alright. So our Geo Gremlin will attack. Geo Gremlin, he's a really nice dude. You know, it was really nice. He just lets me do the fuse. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and summon out our Geo Grasha using both of these. And a Ccapac Grasha, a brutal monster. He's kind of like Avermax. He just beats over everything. And then if you destroy something, you can just nuke your opponent's board. It's pretty nasty. But there you go. We were able to out the anti-meta. He was expecting a little too much. But guess what? We were able to overload everything he wanted to do. So you get an idea of what this deck can do. We had a rough start, but once we get into the cards and the combos, this deck can actually do some pretty nice things. And that was we didn't even go into our other synchro. We did go into all the other fusions and stuff, but we got, we still have another synchro to show off. So let's go for Duel 2, show off more of what this deck can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. We're going to go first, and oh, yes. Whenever you start with all three of these things, it's the best hand ever. So what we're going to do is summon out our Groundskeeper. Groundskeeper will, of course, let us summon a monster from the deck. And this time we want to summon our Linewalker. When Linewalker happens to get summoned, well, there's a pretty nice thing. I get myself either of my spells. Now, which spell do I want? I kind of need the field spell. See, this is why we play a lot of the field spells, is because I need a field spell to summon my sweeper. Although I'd like to search that later, but you know what? It's fine. We can make it do. We got our Earthbound Prithon, and we're going to activate the Earthbound Prithon. And also have Super Poly if I happen to need it. We have a lot of darks. It's good to have Super Poly. A lot of other people play darks, so it's just good in general. So let's special summon our Stone Sweeper. And we're going to go ahead and summon our Geo Gryphon. This is our other synchro monster. Very nice quick effect. Monster reborn on either player's turn is very nice. That's what quick effects are. Kind of redundant, but you get the idea. We get to synchro summon a couple times. So let's go ahead and summon out our Gremlin once again. Summon a Gremlin. There you go. So we've got our Gremlin. We've got our Griffin. And we're pretty set. I can normal summon again because of my field spell. These are, of course, modern cards, so they're once per turn. So not really a point to do that. We're just going to end our turn for now. So we'll see what our opponent can do. He's got cards in his hand. We'll find out in a minute. What is this? Wannabe. Send this card. Excavate. Up to the number of unused spell trap zones. Dinorphs. Dinorphs, you say. Okay. I forget if Dinorphias are dark, light, or earth. I don't actually remember. No! I was gonna use that! You fiend! Alright. Well, okay, they are dark, so that is actually not the worst thing in the world. Let's go ahead and activate our Geo Gremlin's effect. Why not? A bit unfortunate. You see, my plan was, barring this kaiju, I was gonna use my Geo Gryphon's effect, which would have revived my Linewalker. Let me bring it up. Yeah, the Groundskeeper, I should say. Because Groundskeeper, other than just, special summoning monsters, it also has the ability to protect all of my Earthbound monsters from battle and card effects. It's pretty nasty. What are we up against? All right. So these are all darks. That's kind of a good thing for us. I mean, he'll get Dinorphia Diplos. It is true. He will have the Dinorph. He'll have more Dinorphias than you can shake a tail feather at. Okay. A bit unfortunate indeed. But it's not quite over yet. I mean, he's just summoning out the bigger dinosaur. So, how does this thing work again? Opponent can activate the effects of monsters with attack greater than or equal to your life points. Okay. Boom Wakachu. Let's see. What do I discard in this case? I kind of want both of these, but I think I should get rid of my Stone Sweeper. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But for now, let's go ahead and fuse both of these into a bird. Just like regular dinosaurs, we just turn lizards into birds. That's what we do. You know? Alright, so we've managed to out that, although this is Dinorphia's. So, yeah, no. Okay, it's the end of the battle phase. I can use my Geo Gremlin to summon out big bossy dude, if need be. Let me think about. I'm trying to remember how Dinorphia's work. I do have Ash Blossom, so that's good. But do I need to put everything in attack mode? I'm gonna leave the Gremlin in defense and the off chance I need to have him do things. For now, we'll normal summon Linewalker. Let's see, what can I Dinorphia card? So this doesn't do anything at the moment. I know he has some traps, and at least one of them probably stops battle damage. Soul of the Supreme King. And this thing. We'll stop that thing, because I can stop that one. Alright, so this is the soul. Remind me how this card works. Summon Zark. And then there's more to it. Negates a phase. Return to the end. When you put activate a spell or a... Okay, so when I play a spell card, it does bad things to me. Gotcha. But, like, what if I don't play one of those? Okay, so Zark is activating. That is not a Dinorphia card. So let's activate the effect of our Geo Gremlin and gain some life points. I have no reason not to gain the life points. Banish this card. Take no effect damage this turn. I'm not doing effect damage. I'm gaining life points. With good effort, sir. Alright. Let's see. Now, I do have the Linewalker that can shuffle a dude back, but I'm pretty sure, unless this has, like, must be fusion summoned, I don't know if that works that way. You know, in the name of science, let's find out how this works. He does not get Zark. There you go. Okay. You want to stop Zark? Linewalker's your boy. Okay. So, this, again, does nothing. How many of these battle damage stoppers? He has no battle damage stoppers, so whatever this is the only thing that can stop us. So let's attack with our Garuda, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. Okay. Well, I didn't get to show off all the power of Griffin, but hell yeah, we showed off that you can stop Zark with this deck. Very nice. That guy is so annoying. That Zark. You know, but yeah, the Linewalker can bounce a guy back to the extra deck. Your opponent can summon the monster back. But if it's got some kind of summoning requirement, or it has to be synchroed, or has to be fusioned, then it doesn't let it be summoned back. So it's situational. But Linewalker can, in fact, walk the line. So very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead for third duel. We're on a roll. We're showing off this deck. I'm very proud of how it's going out. I was a little worried when I first started. But you know what? My worries were not justified. The deck works just fine. Let's go for duel 3. Alright, your third opponent, the Fighting Third. And let's just go about it. We'll go first. Let's kind of see what hand we get. Alright, not bad. Not bad. I mean, I got most everything I could ever want. So that's good. Let's summon out our Groundskeeper. Groundskeeper, Willie. We need you to pick up the children's garbage. I don't think that was ever said in The Simpsons, but if it was, there you go. Alright, but again, we don't have everything. See, that's the thing with this deck. We need a field spell. We don't want to have this too many field spells, because Prison doesn't do a lot on its own. But it's really helpful to summon out the Stone Sweeper. Let me think about this. Let me think. If I just get the field spell, I can still make 2 synchros. But I can't summon the Kraken. But if I get the Harmonic Fusion, then I can't do that. Although, Potential for banishing monster. Yeah, no. Maybe next time. It's nice when the harmonic fusion goes off, but sometimes you just gotta be like prepared to not have it go off. It's a thing. Alright, let's special summon the fish. This really fancy look. I do love the artwork on these cards as just a side thing. It's very pretty with like the luminous lines on the black backgrounds. It looks pretty. Alright, well, pretty backgrounds aside, let's summon out our boy once more. Because just summoning him out over and over again, it's very nice. So, Geo Gryphon will be like, hello, I shall revive the fish. The fish has been revived, and I shall summon the gremlin. There you go. I usually put gremlin in defense, mostly in case of lightning storm and the like. That's really my reason, is just in case of those sort of things. But we should be okay now. We'll see what happens. So once the main phase happens and I'm allowed to chain things, I can use my Griffin's effect. What does this do? Oh, this is like the Synchro Wild. Okay. So this is one of those Synchro decks. Okay, that could be ever so slightly annoying, that's for certain. Every time a monster is Synchro summoned, place 2 signal counters. This is like Speed World or something, but it's different. Alright, so let's see. Remove 4 counters, increase or increase or reduce the level of a monster by 1. Summon a tuner, summon a Synchro from the grave. Every time a Synchro happens. Gotcha. Gotcha. Synchro's junk. Junk is one of those weird archetypes. It's like they have this ridiculous amount of combo potential, but it's like the most boring thing in the world to watch because they always do the same thing. What the hell is this? Revolution Synchron. You can Synchro summon a power tool. This card in the hand can use a material. This card's in the grave. Control level summon higher Synchro. Mill card. Summon this card. Gotcha. Alright, well, my opponent has managed, if not to break my board, to break my heart. Like, he's got the Crimson Dragon. Does this protect itself, I presume? No, it doesn't. Shooting Star is like an Omni Negate, I think, though. Right? This does more, let's see, additional attacks. Opponent activates a card effect, banish this card till the end phase, negate that activation. Yep. But the thing is, I cannot be bested in battle because my opponent did not bother reading my card. See, this is the biggest problem with Synchron players. They don't like, they don't like player interaction. They like to just vomit all the cards onto the board and then sit there. That is what they do. All right. Well, now the question is, can I out this? Because I didn't run Underworld Goddess, which would have been a very easy way to out this. But I didn't run it. Alright, let me think about this. What do we have available? I could do that. Does this have to be Synchro Summoned? Must first be Synchro Summoned. Okay, so I don't think that works. I could try it. It's an option. Okay, let's try it. Earthbound Linewalker. Attempt to stop the Majestic Star Dragon. Will my opponent negate this or not? Can he afford to not negate this? That's the big question. That's the big one. Can he afford for this to not work? We'll find out in a minute. I mean, the Line Walker worked before. My plan worked. Oh, Geo Gremlin just negated forever, isn't he? Ugh. Okay, this is not the problem. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. No. Yep. Oh, bloody hell, this does something else. Return this card to the extra deck. You do so many dragons with the same level. Okay, so now he's gonna summon what? Friggin' Crystal Wing? No, it's Shooting Star Dragon. That's only when stuff would destroy stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I'm trying, folks. Oh, he just comes right back. Does he have his negate still? I'm gonna presume this still has a negate because it just came right back. Yes, it does. That is unfortunate. That's a bit unfortunate for you. All right, let's go ahead and use our harmonic Synchro Fusion. We'll summon out our Geo Kraken, and we'll summon out our Pixie Dragon. Why not? Some Pixie Dragon, summon Geo Kraken. Geo Kraken will go off and get ourselves a new field spell. Because I forgot that this guy has, like, infinite ways of screwing with my board. Alrighty, our fourth and final opponent. Last chance for romance. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to help the Synchro player. I tried. I had to cut some of it out because it got a little long, but I put my best foot forward for it, so something good there. So what are we up against? Monarchs? I'm going to call this Monarchs because there's very few decks that play no extra deck. Alrighty. Well, my opening hand's a little garbo, but the Wandering King is here. As long as I got this boy, I got like something. So let's attack into this, see what it is. Got some chips. What we got? What do you got? I will say, so far the Earthbound Servants have been doing respectable. They've been doing actually fairly well. You know, we're getting the combos out fairly well. I do wish in hindsight I put in a third field spell of like the original one, because they did have searchable, but the fact that the prison really doesn't do much in this deck other than allow the special summoning of a monster that, you know, one monster. That's all it really does. Makes it a little tricky. Yeah, I need a tuner. I've got the Magic King Moonstar. He's nice if I have a tuner, but I currently have no tuner. But yeah, I got these guys. Funnily enough, these were both used by Jack Atlas in the manga, but now they're being used in an Earthbound Immortal deck. Funnily enough, Jack Atlas almost became an Earthbound Immortal user. It was in a side it was like a filler episodes. If you're ever wondering how he got the original two-tuner synchro version of Red Dragon, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. Starlight Red Dragon? No, that's Starlight. But yeah. Yeah, that was the time he almost became an Earthbound Immortal user. It was Crimson Nova. That was it, Crimson Nova. Alright. Still don't know what this guy's doing, other than it has something to do with Merfinger. Is it Empty Jar? I don't know. Maybe. Let me think about this. Because I've got tuner, I've got non-tuner. I can get my field spell. Or, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use Wildwind's effect. We're going to banish him, get Groundskeeper. Keeper of the Grounds. Then we're going to normal summon our Groundskeeper. He does not currently have a dark monster, which is a little unfortunate, but we will make do. So, Groundskeeper, we'll go ahead and summon out. Let me think. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. Or just make a 6-star. Yeah. For now, we'll just do that. Let's go for our linewalker. Get our field spell. Start knocking our opponent out. Oh, what is he doing? This is Empty Jar, but what is this set card? Because he can clearly play the darn thing. So what does it do? That's the question. Can't use Synchro Fusion at the moment, sad to say. Just a little too low to do that. So let's get a field spell. Get the field spell for now. Get something going. Let's activate our Earthbound Prison. We'll go ahead and stop the Morphin Jar again from doing anything. Not that it's going to do anything in attack mode. And we should be good in the hood. Let's see, I can normal summon. Let's special summon our Magic King Moonstar. And I believe I can target a monster controller in the grave. This card's level becomes the same as that monster. I don't really need to do that because obvious reasons being obvious. And I have another normal summon, so let's summon out our linewalker. Abu-Makachu. Alright, let's go ahead and tune up. We'll summon out our Gremlin. And let's go ahead and use Gremlin's effect, because every turn you should just use Gremlin's effect. There's really not a reason not to. Alright, so give me them sweet life points. I need some of them life points back you took from me earlier. I need them. I need them bad. Alright. Yep, thank you. Thank you kindly. Alright, what else can I make? I could make more things, but I think I'm okay. Let's go ahead for a battle phase. Can't be beaten in a battle, so I'm just gonna attack. And I guess I could fuse these two, make Kraken. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I respect your use of old school tech, sir. Unfortunately for you, I'm not going to allow that too much. You know, that doesn't negate me, right? No, it doesn't. So let's graveyard and I'm sorry, Greater Linewalker. I'm just never gonna need you. I'm just never gonna need him. What can I say? It's a very niche thing when you need Linewalker. It does happen every once in a while. You know, you get the perfect opening hand and you do enough damage. You can OTK with it, but you need to have like a whole bunch of stuff to make it work. Okay. So let's attack into the Murphin Jar with our Linewalker. Obviously, I can't be bested in a battle, so that'll just get destroyed. We'll attack the Alexandrat Dragon. I'm a little concerned why this guy has no extra deck, though. This guy's really just playing a whole bunch of old school techs. Why no extra deck? What is that doing to save you? That's what I would like to know. Regardless, it's too early to say that we've won this duel. Mostly on the fact that this guy has all these old school techs. He could have like Man-Eater Bug or I don't know, Cyberjar is legal. He could have Cyberjar. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No. What has he got? Set card. Is that Mirror Force? Is that a mother flipping Mirror Force, sir? Is that a mother flipping Goblin's attack force, sir? Alright, it's a mother flipping attack force, but I'm gonna gain some life points first. Just completely nullify any damage you might be trying to do. Or conversely, you could just do that too. That also works. Okay. You can say whatever you want about what my opponent's doing right now. He's playing cards older than most players of this game, but you know what he's doing? He's having a good time. And you know what? He's actually doing some stuff. All right, well, my groundskeeper is going to be an open window for me taking a little damage. The big question, though, is what is this set card? No. I'm good. I do not need to fuse right now. I could make Grasha, but no. I prefer to save Grasha for when it's time to, like, end the duel. Let me think here. Let's activate. So you're either going to give me life points or you're going to destroy your own goblin. That's the big choice. Most players would choose to give you life points, but, you know, sometimes. And we got Foolish Burial. Okay, well, I do a Foolish Burial. I don't think I'm going to need this, but I'm going to activate it. And I can put Wilderwing in the grave. So I have that for later. Yes. What else can I do? I could do so many things. I could bake an egg. Let's see. I could make Ancient Pixie Dragon. That's kind of cute. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to put Groundskeeper in defense mode in case bad things happen. And we're going to swing for game. We're going to pretty much swing for game. We're going to attack with the Geo Kraken. We're going to attack with the Linewalker. Okay. You know what? That's fine. I didn't need to attack or anything. Who needs to attack? Attacking is for suckers. You know what? You know what? Your tenacity impresses me, sir. You may have another turn. That's fine. I could have kept going. I could have... Is this gonna be top deck? So, all these battle traps and things, the warehouse, the movie, the game? I think it is. Alright. Let me think. Ring of Destruction. Well, sad to say, sir, that will not work. Not this time. Not this time. All right. Well, it's time to put this young man to bed. He put up a good fight. He did some damage. He did some damage. You have to say that he did some damage. Because it's the truth. What do I want to do, though? Is there anything cool I can do before we end it? Yes, there are many cool things we can do before we end it. Let's just flex a smidge. Let's make Ancient Pixie Dragon and activate our Despia field spell. This way I can draw an extra card, because drawing extra cards is cool. Next, we're gonna summon out Earthbound Groundskeeper. And my opponent will surrender. Okay, understandable. All right, well, there you go. We styled on an old school player. Not the opponent I wanted, but you know, it was still fun to see all these old school. I mean, not so much Ring of Destruction, but you know, Book of Moon and Magic Cylinder. Fun to see. All right, let's go for the end screen. All right, everybody, the new Earthbound linewalkers, the servants, the prisoners, whatever you want to call them, went 3 out of 4, perfectly respectable for a bunch of new cards, which I know for a fact will get more support in the future. I mean, I know there's at least one other fusion they're gonna make. It's like some weird goat creature. Anyway, the deck works fairly well. Consistency isn't always perfect, considering that, you know, the sweeper isn't as searchable as you'd like, and you kind of need this guy in order to get all your combos off. It's very much a deck where it has a bunch of different plays for the different kinds of hands you get, but the best hand is always going to be having all 3 of the main deck monsters, plus either field spell or harmonic in hand at the same time. That's really going to be the best hand that this deck does, and hopefully when the next fusion comes out, maybe we'll get some other support for this deck. I don't remember what was in the anime, but with any luck, this deck will continue to shine. I like it. I appreciate it. I like a deck that's good without being offensively good. I like that. So, I hope everybody enjoyed watching the new Earthbound Immortal support. I regret that we didn't actually summon an Earthbound Immortal, but maybe next month when I'm out vacation, I'll take a look at like an actual deck that's all about the Earthbound. Like, we'll make it this, but more about this, if that makes sense. But regardless, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, smack the like button to let me know that you like it. Maybe leave a comment. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that nonsense. Helps the video get out there. And got my stream on for Saturday, which is tomorrow. And then we're going to be playing some goaties. Going to be trying some goaties out. So, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis will see you guys soon. Till next time, just stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good one.